Adjusting image size in Photoshop CC for the Camera Club contest. Photoshop really provides two basic ways of doing image size changes. One is use the image size, enter a new image size, then use File, Save As, and save the file as a JPEG. A second approach is to use File, Automate, Fit Image, and then use File, Save for the web. You can use either function with the other function, so you can mix and match here. Here's a picture of Jan's donkey out in the snow and cold, and really not real happy about being in the cold. First, I want to resize this image. I'm going to go Image, Image Size, and on the image size, I want to check and make certain that I have checked resample so that I can change the number of pixels rather than changing the print size. I want to make sure that I've selected pixels. I want to make sure that the linkage is on so that width and height are linked and the aspect ratio of the image is preserved. Now, for most images, all you need to do is enter the height of the HD image, which is 1080 pixels. Photoshop calculates the width. This is a normal SLR 2:3 shot, and 16:18 is the width in pixels. For resample, take automatic. If you want to select something, we would generally recommend that you do bicubic sharper, which is what automatic is going to select for you, since it does sharpening as part of the resizing process. So we can leave it on automatic, take OK. Photoshop reduces the size of the image. Of course, it looks about the same on the screen because the screen was already reducing the size of the image. Now, let's go File, Save As, and here you may want to navigate to the directory where you're going to store the image. I'm going to put this guy out here in my sample resize directory. I want to set the file type to JPEG, and I want to enter an ID, a name for the file, according to the standards we're asking everyone to use for contest submissions. Start with your name, indicate your level, indicate whether you've got color or black and white, and add an index since you can enter one or two images for each contest. Click Save. On this screen, make sure that you've got quality set to maximum and click OK. And that saves an image. Let's take a look at a second image of the donkey, and this one I want to crop. So I'm going to activate the crop tool. In this case, all I'm going to do is switch it, move just a bit to put the donkey on the thirds, and accept that crop. Now I have an image that is 2 wide and 3 high, so when I go Image, Image Size, you'll see it's much smaller on the width, but now it's still the 4912 height. Again, for an image like this, all I do is put in 1080, and Photoshop correctly calculates the width at 721. And notice that Photoshop has remembered that I'm doing resample, and I have it set for automatic, so I'm going to get bicubic with a bit of sharpening. Okay. Click OK, and the image will be reduced. Again, I'll blow it up a little bit, and I'll do File, Save, as, and again I'll navigate to where I'm putting my club pictures, set it to JPEG, give it a new name, this one's color also, and it's image number 2. Yes. And save. Finally, let's take a look at a panorama. Turn off the crop tool. Now this one is over 2:1. If I look at image size, you see it's 7360 wide and 2979 high. For this image though, I want to demonstrate use of fit. So I'm going to cancel, go File, Automate, and select Fit Image. Now, Fit Image does something very nice in that it remembers the parameters that you enter. So I had previously used Fit Image to do an HD reduction. And so I have the width at 1920 and the height at 1080. Fit Image will use whichever is the bounding value for the image and then adjust the other side so that it fits completely. Let's click OK. And there's the image. Now let's do File, Save for the web. And here we want to select JPEG. We want maximum quality 100. We'll leave the convert to S red green blue set. Notice down here on image size, I could have done the image adjustment here by entering a width of 1920 and letting it calculate width by cubic. However, if I do that, I would want to go back and select by cubic sharpening so that I get the sharpening effect. In this case, I don't have to change it because we already changed it with image size, with fit. So all we need to do is click Save. Again, we need to enter a new name. And to keep them sorted out, I'll make this image number 3. Although then I have to make a choice later about which 2 I'm going to use for the contest. And that's it. We now have images correctly sized and saved as JPEGs ready to be emailed for the contest.